Alright guys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to make a small hydroponic system for my seedlings to continue growing that I'm going to keep in hydroponics. I got about 15 of them and they're starting to really sprout roots, so I want to get them in a more legitimate hydroponic system than just putting them in a bucket with a light. And so I'm going to create just a little, it's going to be crowded because it's for seedlings, but this is just a regular hydroponic system, and I'm just going to put the net cups, really close to each other for right now. And first thing we got to do is cut out this foam. These foam boards, they're real cheap. It's 2 inches thick. This is an 8x4 sheet of it, and it's like 10 bucks. And this is what your net cups are going to go into, and it's going to float on top of the water, nicely, so you really don't have to keep as sharp an eye on your nutrient levels, because it just floats with the nutrients. So first thing we'll do is mark this out and then cut it out, and then next thing we'll do is drill the holes. So let's get to it. Just keep in mind that I'm marking this with the outside edge of the bucket. So you're going to want to, go in just a little bit, because we're marking this outside edge. So you're going to want to go in at least, half an inch, maybe quarter of an inch. So we're just going to eyeball it, and then we'll trim it if we need to. I have a little attachment for my drill. It's kind of neat. I've never really used it. So we're going to try it on this and see what happens. So that worked out actually really well. I had to trim it up just a little bit, it doesn't cut it doesn't cut all the way through, but it almost cuts all the way through enough to where you just pop it off. So we're good now. It's a good fit. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. This is going to be really interesting when I try to cut a bunch of holes in this and see if it takes it. If it doesn't just fall apart. Just know that this stuff makes a huge mess, and there's little styrofoam shavings everywhere. So next we're going to try to put some holes in it and see what happens. Alright, so here's the idea. You just cut it out, flip it in there, fits perfectly. And that wasn't too bad. You gotta just, I had to figure out that I just had to press down on the foam to get it to go all the way through, because it's so thick. You kind of gotta compress the foam a little bit to get it to cut all the way through. So, yep. Next we're gonna get our bucket ready, get it cleaned out, full of nutrients, and then we'll put our plants in here. Alright, so I rinsed it out. We're gonna add our nutrients, and we'll give it a mix. And it's a 5-gallon bucket, so I'm gonna add about 5 teaspoons to it. So we'll get that going, and then we'll start putting our plants in. There is a little bit of space, on the edges here, and I'm going to go ahead and add a bubbler. And it's just an aquarium bubbler, just like the ones that I have on my other system, and a little air stone. Just one air stone, that's all I'm going to put in here. It's just a 5-gallon bucket, it doesn't need much, that should be good. So I'll go ahead and get that done. Alright, so the final step is to take our little seedlings and put them in our net cups. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to come in with some hydrogen and put a little bit of hydrogen around them. Like so. And then next we'll have to figure out how to mount our light. Alright, so here we go. We got our plants in there with our hydrogen, and we got our light hanging up, and I didn't have a light stand. I don't have the material to really make one, so right now it's just kind of rigged up to just hold there, but I think it's gonna work good, and we got our bubbler going, and yeah, we'll check in on it in a few days, see if we got any, see if they start taking off. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. So thanks for watching.